Thank you again for joining this graphic design bootcamp. And for today, we're going to talk about creating a brand kit, which is part of our learning series for this graphic design bootcamp series designed for entrepreneurs, pero using tools like Canva, Crello, and Gimp, no? So for the first session where we talk about designing with Canva, so we learn about the fundamentals, no, na karamihan ng mga entrepreneurs na hindi naman talaga graphic designer to begin with can learn a lot from. We just uploaded the YouTube video on that, so masishare na siya today. And then for this session, we're going to talk about creating a brand kit, and we're also going to use Canva for that purpose. And then for our next session, which is all about social media content creation, we're going to use Canva and Crello. And then for the last session, we're going to use Canva, Crello, and Gimp or Gimp. Depende kung paano nyo siya mas preferred na i-pronounce. So before we start with our hands-on part on Canva and on how to create a brand kit, let's talk about brand per se. No? We have a video on YouTube, yung branding for MSMEs and influencers. If you're interested to learn more about that, you can search for it online. But what I just want to emphasize is that when you create a brand is not just about the look of your brand. It's not just about what your logo looks like, what color are you embracing, what fonts are you using. It all starts by thinking about what you are as a brand. When digitalfilipino.com started back in 1999, all I was thinking about was just publishing my first book. And then later on, after publishing, I also ventured into research and published another book, created a community called Digital Filipino Club. And then eventually, we ventured into a lot of trainings for our members. And then, pagdating ng mga 2007, 2008, I was contemplating what to do next kasi nag-10 years na si Digital Filipino at marami na nangyari. And that's where I stumbled upon a book titled Fascinate, authored by Sally Hogshead, who is considered as one of the top branding gurus in the world. In fact, she was once the #1 branding guru in the world. And her premise with Fascinate, it is test-driven, meaning you have to take some sort of a quiz that will allow you to reflect upon yourself, your product, your brand. And ang nakaka-capture ng attention ko ron is yung pag-create ng brand na hindi lang basta magkaroon ka ng brand, pero isipin mo, paano ka magkakaroon ng isang fascinating brand? A fascinating brand that will take a lot of time to build. It's a work in progress, and it's gonna take your entire lifetime to build it. And I think that's important kasi palagi naman tayong work in progress eh. May mga, of course, lahat tayo, may mga ups and downs, may mga milestones tayo that are worth celebrating. But we must always looking at a bigger cause, a bigger purpose, and preferably bigger than ourselves, bigger than our vision, and align our ideas to something bigger, something magnificent, something marvelous, no? Na talagang worth pursuing. So, yun yung nag-catch sa akin insofar as Fascinate is concerned. So, a fascinating brand, apart from what the logo, the font, the look is all about, that is just superficial. But at the end of the day, it's who you are as a brand. Do you provoke strong and immediate emotional reaction? Now, when people think about your brand, do they associate something specific about you? No, um, it can be it can be something innovative that you do, something creative that you don't just follow the norm. Do you create advocates? Do you create opportunities where people can participate in what you do? No, na talagang may involve sila. Therefore, allowing you to have a much in-depth relationship with your customers, and in the process, they become your advocates. What is your signature? What is your touch point that you do best? Kasi di ba kapag baguhan ka, of course, parang nandun ka sa situation na mahirap makipag-compete sa mga datihan kasi may signature na sila. There are some things that they are very well known for, no? And because of that, parang isipin mo, okay, since hindi ako makakapag-compete kasi they are known for something, so ano yung parang pinaka-focusan ko? So maghahanap ka ngayon ng signature or touch point na kahit na doon ka mag-focus, alam mo you're gonna do it so well that dun ka mas magiging outstanding. So in a sense that you can have a cultural shorthand. And then do a fascinating brand also needs to be associated with certain opinions, no? Para opinions of authority, something that you believe in, something that you believe in insofar as your industry is concerned, to the point that when you share it, when you talk about it, people talk about it also. It incites conversation. And then you also want to create something that also adds curiosity, no, na you don't really divulge everything, you add a little bit of a mystery, you add curiosity to the point that people would want to learn more, but at the same time as you release each one of them, para bang you affect your market to the point that your competitors will realign around you. And last but not the least, yung saan ka naka-align? Where are you aligned to? I mean, what purpose are you aligned to? Para bang where are you in this bigger supply chain of things? Like for example, in my case, I'm an advocate of the Philippine e-commerce roadmap. Of course, nung ginagawa yon, maraming tumulong doon at isa rin ako sa mga nag-volunteer doon. And that is something that I want to align with. So whatever I do when I teach people how to use graphic design tools like Canva. Ang objective ko is gamitin mo yan para makatulong yan sa e-commerce and digital marketing efforts mo. Kasi pag maging successful ka dyan, then success point siya para sa full implementation ng Philippine e-commerce roadmap. So I hope you're getting my drift when we talk about you create a fascinating brand. So when you create a fascinating brand, it's not just about creating your graphics. You also need to think about other things. Now, what if you are new here? Ano yung gagawin mo? Paano kung medyo clueless ka pa kung ano yung brand mo? So, if that is the case, I would encourage you to visit the website brandfascination.com, and that it will allow you to take a test. And if you are a book reader, you can also check out Fascinate, How to Make Your Brand Impossible to Resist by Sally Hogshead. And as a disclaimer, I am also a Fascinate certified advisor. Sa sobrang bilib ko sa kanya na ginagamit ko siya for the past, and since 2008, 2009, nag-decide na ako na para maging certified sa kanya para naman hindi yung parang binabanggit ko lang siya. At least meron din akong parang permission, no, na para magamit yung mga sinishare ko ngayon. Now, when you take the test, normally, when you go to brandfascination.com and you take the test, it will tell you what your brand is and then what keywords you can use to help you describe your brand. So, at least kapag ginagawa mo yung mga branding elements mo, kapag gumagawa ka ng communication, gumagawa ka ng content, meron kang context kung ano yung mga pwede mong gamitin. Of course, these are more or less guides that you can use na kung MSME ka or micro business ka or individual ka, malaki yung maitutulong niya kapag develop mo yung content mo. At pati na rin yung vibe that you want to communicate. It will also show you 4 pillars that you can use to support every action in your marketing. So, halimbawa, if you are a power brand, like Digital Filipino is a power brand, we should show that we lead the way, that we don't just follow others, we create our own to the point that we set a direction. We take control of our actions, we take control of our programs, parang we show that parang pag naman take control kasi para sa akin, no, parang pinapakita mo na I'm setting the standard, I'm dominating my industry. This is what I'm doing. No? I'm not, parang ikaw yung nagdi-dictate ng rules, no? And then you want to pursue specific goals, put into context why you're doing what you're doing. So like in our case, as I mentioned, we're supporting the implementation of the Philippine e-commerce roadmap, which is that aims to empower 100,000 MSMEs to do e-commerce by 2020. And you also voice your opinion of authority, whatever opinion you stand for. So like halimbawa, may magsasalita ako sa induction mamaya gabi ng isang organization ng mga management accountants. Alam ko na yung opinion of authority na i-articulate ko, and that is we should all work together to push for e-notary, and we should work together to push for paperless receipts, no, para mag-grow pa yung e-commerce sa Philippines. So, it will also impact the way you write your content. So, by default, parang ganito si Digital Filipino kapag ni-describe siya. Digital Filipino is an e-commerce resource site. We provide e-commerce insights and educational content for MSMEs, educators, and students. Pero kung gagamitin ko yung fascinate content ko based on the keywords that was suggested, pwede ko po siyang mas lagyan ng emotion. Digitalfilipino.com is a purposeful e-commerce resource site. We provide goal-oriented educational content designed for decisive and assertive MSMEs, educators, and professionals. So yun yung isang example kung paano mag-iiba yung messaging mo kapag ginamit mo si Fascinate. And in this case, yung pinakita ko kanina na may 4 marketing pillars: lead the way, take control, pursue specific goals, voice opinions of authority. More or less, this is how it's gonna look like. So, parang kung gagawa ko ng messaging later on, alam ko kung ano yung mga bagay na consistently dapat ko i-communicate. And whatever programs or ventures I get into, I must make sure that my 4 marketing pillars will rise. No? So remember, social media isn't part of your personal brand, it is your personal brand. So more than just the images that you will create to develop the identity of your brand, remember, it's your content that will also matter a lot. And of course, when you convey those messages, how are they heard, remembered, and acted upon also matters. Okay, so I hope that initial intro will be of help. So let's now proceed to our topic at hand. Um, for this session, gagamitin natin yung workshop 4 material ng Canva, which focuses on creating a branding kit. These are teaching materials shared by Canva to instructors or to anyone who wants to teach paano gamitin sa Canva. So let's talk about branding basics. So actually, people have different perspective on branding. Padalas, pag first time mo magbabrand, ang naiisip mo lang kagad ay yung logo mo, no? Parang yun yung the first thing that comes to your mind. And I guess that's fair enough, lalo na kung ikaw ay isang micro entrepreneur, no? At itong content ko designed to for micro entrepreneurs. Kung big brands ka, of course, you can hire agencies, you can hire experts to develop kung ano yung mga gusto mong gawin, no? Pero ito, parang I'm looking at this from a perspective na hindi ka mag-hire, talagang ikaw ang gagawa ng sarili mong branding, no? At ano man yung gusto mo ma-communicate insofar as your brand is concerned. But of course, kapag seryoso na yung business mo, mas gusto mo itong mas well-defined para pwede mo rin siya ipa-trademark, para hindi rin siya basta ma-plagiarize ng iba at hindi rin siya pwedeng ma-vandalize ng kung sino-sino lang. And of course, if you have a certain branding na kino-communicate, pwede mo siyang gamitin consistently para maalala ng tao, oh, nakita ko yung logo na yan, oh, nakita ko tong ano na to, kay ano to kay Mr. A to, o kay company A yan, o ito palang program na to, nagsusupport ng ganitong advocacy because of the branding na image na ginagamit mo. So, it's a tool for providing that recognition, no? Now, for this session, we're going to talk about colors, fonts, photo filters, and bring it all together. Tapos may mga minuksan pa ako ng iba't ibang resources na we're going to go through together para makita natin kung paano siya gagamitin. And then we're also going to try creating something of our own para masubukan natin silang lahat. So let's start with colors. Merong tinatawag na color psychology na depende kung ano yung emotion na gusto mong i-evoke from your audience, then pwede kang gumamit ng specific color. Of course, yung iba, pag sinabi mong, kaya nga yung mga food at saka mga, I guess, mga fashion brands, mga clothing brands, or anything lifestyle, they want to evoke desire, excitement, cheerfulness, and engagement. Depende siguro kung ano yung gusto mong i-convey. You can go for the color psychology per se, gamitin mo siya as a guide. Pero ako, personally, ang mas preferred ko, mas ginagamit ko yung mga color of the year na galing sa Pantone, no? So, if you, gaya ngayon, ang color of the year is 183838, ultraviolet. So, nung nag-i-start ako, pag gumagawa ko ng mga website, gumagawa ko ng mga graphics, siguro by nature, dahil ang fascination advantage ko kasi mystique and innovation. So, medyo rebelde ako sa paggagamit ng mga consistent na colors. So, medyo may pagka-anti-branding din ako per se, no? Pero, meron akong parang favorites. So, meron akong misa sumusunod ako kung ano yung mga color of the day. Pero kapag meron akong project na launch for that year, ginagamit ko kung ano yung color of the year. For example, when we first launched yung Certified E-Commerce Professional Program, ang ginamit naming color is the 2015 color, yung 18-14-38 si Marsala. And then when we launched the second edition of the Certified E-Commerce Professional Program, ginamit namin yung 2016 colors. We created two versions of our website for A/B testing. We created rose quartz. We use on one hand rose quartz, and on the other hand serenity. And then when we were designing yung colors ng mga badges ng Certified E-Commerce Professional Program, we actually used six colors. Gumamit ako ng mga iba't ibang color of the year. Para bang ibang-ibang year. Para siguro, um, depende kasi sa iyo kung ano yung perspective mo pagdating sa mga colors, no? So, siguro as entrepreneurs, may mga certain biases ka, may certain styles ka. So, so I guess you can use the one that will resonate with you. You can go for the emotions of the color or depending on what the color stands for. Or anything that can be symbolic. So, for example, kung maglo-launch ako ng project this year, pwede kong gamitin siguro si ultraviolet. May plano akong project na i-launch next year, which is yung aming Train the Trainer program. And most likely, ang gagamitin kong color doon, kung ano yung i-announce na color of the year for 2019. Most likely, yun ang gagamitin kong color para masabi kong aligned ako towards the new year. So, depende yan. Although, of course, kung meron kang mga specific colors that you're so in love with, pwede kang mag-stick doon sa mga colors na yon if you just want to be consistent with the colors that you would like to use. Um, so tuloy tayo dun sa ating discuss. So that's color psychology. Of course, the brands that we know of, pag gumagawa ka ng logo at nag-identify ka ng colors, depende yan kung ano yung combination na gusto mong gamitin and of course what those colors stand for. FedEx can represent possibility and active based on what the colors represent. For Citibank, or it's trust and strength based on the colors that they represent. For United, it's anticipation and loyalty. And for other brands like eBay, mas gumagamit sila ng mga full color palette. Like in the case of eBay and Microsoft, gumamit sila ng 4 colors. Blue, green, yellow, and red, representing excitement, trust, security, and happiness. Of course, pwedeng tayong pag general public nakakita ka ng mga colors na ganyan, maybe they don't mean a thing, pero para do sa mga nagdi-design, yan yung parang intention nila. Yan yung mga colors na pinik nila. So may mga keywords silang mga pinik at ito yung gusto nilang more or less mag-represent sa kanila. No? Kaya kung tutusin, pag tumingin ka ng mga colors, like for example, kapag pumunta ka sa Pantone Color of the Day, punta tayo sa color of the day ng Pantone. If you want to see the color of the day, na usually yan ang reference ko lagi kapag gumawa ko ng graphic ngayong araw na to, na bago. Dahil gusto ko nga pa iba-ibang colors, dyan ako pupunta para makakita ng colors. So, halimbawa, ash rose. Ash rose signifies spiritual, magnanimous, exceptional. So, pwedeng tumingin ka kung ano yung mga colors that would represent the values that you would like to convey. Yun, piliin mo yung appropriate colors that go with it. But in my case, I'm really quite flexible on the colors because I think because life is so colorful, parang life is too short to limit yourself to a few colors. Parang ganun ba? So I guess it depends on you, no? All right, so let's continue. And you can, in this case, pwede rin, pag gumawa ka ng color palette, mag-identify ka ng color palette mo, parang sinasabi mo, yan yung character ng brand mo. So what is usually suggested is you choose at least four colors para maging primary composition ng palette mo. Kaya nga sa Canva, ang binibigay nila 3 colors, and then if you want to add more colors, medyo pag-upgrading ka na nila. Pero kung na-identify mo na kung ano yung mga colors mo, then pwedeng tandaan mo na sila, ilagay mo siguro sila sa notepad or something, para anytime that you want to use it or call upon it, then gagamitin mo yung color palette na yon. And ideally, whatever graphics you want to create, you would want to use the same color scheme para kahit paano ma-maintain mo yung identity that you would like to convey, no? Now, let's talk about fonts. The same also with fonts. I think ang challenge kapag MSME ka, especially if you're a micro-entrepreneur, yung familiarity natin sa fonts to begin with. Actually, when you work on Canva, magugulat ka na lang, shucks, ang dami-daming font. Eh kung all this time puro ginagamit mo lang si Microsoft Word, di ang alam mo lang font kadalasan si Times New Roman saka si Arial, no? And siguro kung gumagamit ka ba ng ibang tools, medyo, uy, nakilala mo na si Helvetica at saka si ano yun? Yung letter T, Tahoma, no? Parang yun lang yung mga alam mong fonts. And then all of a sudden, when you start using Canva, okay, ang daming fonts, ano yun dyan ang gagamitin ko? Kaya it's normal, I guess, when you're starting, lalo na kung binubuo mo pa yung identity mo, siguro mag-experiment ka, tingnan mo, no? Huwag ka munang mag-lock in. Siguro mag-try ka, mag-iba-iba ka ng look and feel hanggang sa mahanap mo talaga na, uy, ito na yung gusto ko. This is me, no? So you can go for traditional or modern. You can also go for playful or corporate, daring or sophisticated. And of course, remember the first session we talked about yung combination ng script or serif, bold and plain. So depende or italics. So, depende kung ano yung mas mako-convey ng maayos yung iyong brand. And of course, ideally, yung colors at text na gagamitin mo at kung ano yung para magiging itsura niya, dapat kahit na i-flip siya, ipihit mo siya sa left, ipihit mo siya sa right, kahit baliktarin mo siya, hindi siya magmumukhang something else. I think that's very important also. Kasi may mga look na kapag pinihit mo, binaliktad mo, tinagilid mo, all of a sudden, parang iba na yung itsura niya. Parang may iba na siyang kino-convey na meaning. So you want to make sure that you're more or less consistent with that. Actually, I was able to interview someone on branding before, and I think I'm gonna share that video para makatulong din dun sa mga nagde-develop ng brand kit nila, no? And some fonts and brands that you may know of. So like in this case, we're looking at Louis Vuitton. So ang ginagamit niya ay Futura STD book at ang secondary font niya ay Times. And then for Chanel, you're looking at Couture as parang pinaka-font na ginagamit niya. You're also looking at Adidas using Avant-Garde LT Medium Modified with Arial as the secondary font, while Nike uses Futura STD Extra Bold with Trade Gothic Bold as the secondary font. Si Gucci Grand John LT Regular, Futura STD Book as secondary, while Saint Laurent of Paris uses Helvetica New Bold, Courier New as the secondary font. So, kung ano man yung font na mapagdesisyonan mo, especially kapag talagang naging decided ka na, okay, this is how I'm gonna communicate. Like, ako napansin ko sa mga graphics ko, parang may bias yata ako dun sa font na Ubuntu. Parang mas comfortable ako sa kanya. So, siguro, eventually, ngayon, kung talagang iisipin ko, if I'm gonna stick to certain fonts, most likely Ubuntu will be a font of my choice. Dahil so far sa kakagawa ko ng material, kakagamit ko ng iba't ibang fonts, parang siya yung mas nagiging favorite ko lagi, na parang andun yung nakaka-relate na ako sa kanya. So kung magde-decide na ako talaga kung anong font ang gagamitin ko, most likely siya na. So I think importante rin yon, lalo na kung you're a small business, micro-entrepreneur ka, wala ka pang, pareho tayo na parang kinakapalang natin ito, pinag-aaralan natin on our own, then yun, you can play around with different fonts hanggang sa mahanap mo yung, ito ako, this is me. If I am a font, this is me. Ito yung gusto ko talaga. So, di ba uso yun? Kung color ka, anong color ka? Kung font ka, anong font ka? Kung kotse ka, anong kotse ka? Kung superhero ka, anong superhero ka? So, I guess you can also apply the same kind of perspective if you like. And of course, it's only a suggestion. Pero if in my case, I think that's how I would gonna do. I will do it para masabi kong that's me, that's who I am, no? You can also look at how your logo will look like, no? And if you have a tagline, how will that appear? Madalas kasi kapag gumagawa tayo ng logo, like nung nagpagawa ko ng logo for Digital Filipino, dahil title siya ng libro, yung unang variation na ginawang logo sa akin, merong the Digital Filipino, may word na the. And then later on, I realized kailangan ko palang patanggal yung the. And then may mga nakikita akong logos na merong mga tagline under their logo. Nung nakita ko siya, sabi ko, talaga bang kailangan ko lagyan ng tagline yung logo ko? Pero na-realize ko, if you want to be known for something and be consistent with it, that whatever material you create, that is something that you want to convey, more than just your logo, then I guess that's okay. Yung nga lang, kung medyo hindi ka pa sigurado kung ano yung tagline mo, medyo siguro sa una hindi mo pa siya malalagyan ng tagline. Pero the moment na makapag-decide ka na what your brand is all about, like halimbawa yung product mo, ginawa mo siya ng sariling logo, gusto mo siya gawa ng tagline, then pwede mo ilagay doon. Pero sana wag tayong maglagay lang ng tagline for the sake of the tagline. Ideally, we want to put a tagline na can focus maybe perhaps what you stand for or can focus on what benefit are you guaranteeing to the public who will patronize your brand, no? And then, of course, pag gumagawa tayo ng mga graphics natin, di ba, madalas tayo nagsasama ng mga photos. Yung nga lang, it depends on how those photos were processed. Especially, and then there's also that concern whether they are original to begin with, whether they are yours, or are you just using stock photos. But regardless, I think one of the things that is being suggested, one of the things na sinasuggest is kailangan magkaroon ng paboritong filter. So, medyo sabi ko parang okay, kasi 'di ba, iba-iba yung mga photos natin. Minsan it's not the filter but maybe what kind of photos do we use, like for example, if I am teaching a class, I'd like to use photos of my past graduates. Do I want to communicate them in a certain format? Do I want to show pictures in a certain way? So that is something that you might want to decide on. For me, I haven't decided on it. Medyo mahilig ako sa para mosaic, collage type, pero hindi ko pa masabi na meron akong preferred na photo filter. Pero at any time na mag-decide ako na gumamit ng photo filter, ang napansin ko, parang paborito ko yata si drama, epic, and street. Okay, yan tatlong yan yung parang paborito ko. Parang dyan ako umiikot sa tatlong yan, drama, epic, or street. So maybe in the future, kung talaga magde-decide ako kung ano yung photo filter of choice ko, baka sabihin ko siguro baka si Epic ang palagi kong gagamitin or pwedeng siya na yung maging standard. So I think yung kagandahan soon sa ginagawa natin dito, lalo na kung matagal ka nang gumagamit ng mga tools kagaya ng canva.com, pwedeng sa una hindi mo iniisip yun eh. Basta sanay ka lang na, oh may photo, gagawa ako ng poster. Ay gusto ko nakadrama yan. Pero pag tagal-tagal, pwedeng yun na yun, no? Baka yun na yung parang gusto mong consistent kasi parang that's how you feel more comfortable in communicating your work, communicating what you do. So, pwedeng part na rin siya ng parang branding elements mo, no? So, it's just a matter of deciding. So, ngayon, medyo torn pa ako kung drama, epic, or street. Ang problema ko kasi sa street, baka mamaya kasi magto 20 years na si Digital Filipino eh. Ang wino-worry ko, baka pag ginamit ko yung street, baka mag-imply ako lagi na baka luma. Alam mo yon kasi di ba yung mga, kadalasan yung mga grayscale or mga black and white, may tendency na ginagamit siya if you want to convey something na it happened in the past. Para may ganun kang notion siguro because of television na rin, no? When they try to convey the old days. they use black and white para lang to imply na old na siya, no? O kaya may ginagawa silang effect para mag-imply na old na siya. So, yun lang yung hesitation ko na sabihin ko mag-stick ako to street. Kasi baka mamaya, yun yung makonvey na image. Samantalang hindi naman siya dapat ganon. Pero once in a while, I really like using it. So, you need to decide kung what photo filter of choice ang mas iaano mo para sa mga branding elements na gusto mong to be consistent with, no? And then here's an example for Red Bull. So as mentioned, photo filters, you can use it para maging consistent ka in your communication. So for Red Bull, they use warmer and more desaturated filters. No? Parang yun ang kanilang preference. And of course, yung the use of action photos for their campaigns. For kinfolk, they use slightly muted filters, high contrast but natural look ang kanilang preference kapag magdating sa editing ng kanilang photos. And we did this last time, yung sa advance. So pwede kang maglaro dun sa mga photos mo. Siguro you do a play around with it until mahanap mo kung ano yung you wanna be consistent with. Magkaroon ka nung tinatawag nating filter code. No? Ma-arrive mo yung preference mo at pwede mo sabihin lahat ng photos mo, yan ang i-apply mong filter code because that represents your brand. So that is something for you to decide. Okay? For me, hindi pa ako umabot dyan. Pero yun na nga, pag nag-click-click ako dyan, mas paborito ko yata si drama, epic, and street. So in your case, you have to decide which filter do you resonate with sa pagko-convey ng mga photo materials mo. No? So when you bring it all together, so more or less, this is how it can look like. So pag may mga presentations ka, it can look a certain way. Sa akin medyo challenge yan kasi like gaya ngayon, I'm trying to train myself to become more of a storyteller. So medyo mas nag-minimal ako sa mga paggamit ko ng design o yung mga visual kasi I really want more to connect through stories and less of the visual. But if ever I'm gonna use visuals, yan yung isa sa mga bagay din na dapat pag-isipan. So what is being suggested is magkaroon ka ng preferred fonts, preferred sizes, preferred colors, images, photos, and how you place your photos and be consistent about it. The same way also when you start creating your documents, lalo na kung gumagawa ka ng mga flyers, brochures, so you want to be able to maintain a certain look and feel on how you want to go about it. And of course, the same can also apply when it comes to your social media presence, whether ano pa yan, kay Facebook pa yan, Instagram, and other platforms. So, pakitaan ko lang kayo ng mga experiments ko before. So, halimbawa sa mga presentation. Si Canva kasi, may mga presentation template siya. So, I remember when nung nagtuturo pa ako ng paano gamitin talaga si Canva, I tried creating a presentation on Canva. This one is for the e-commerce law. So, okay naman siya. I mean, refreshing siyang gamitin na kapag pinroject mo sa screen, talagang nakaka-capture siya ng attention. And then, of course, mag-decide ka na kung ano yung mga elements na gagamitin mo at gagamitin mo consistently. So, in this case, meron tayong consistent na color, meron tayong consistent na logo, at meron tayong text na kino-convey. Pero ang papansin nyo, medyo naglalaro pa yung font. Hindi pa talaga siya ganun ka-consistent. And then, at the same time, yung mga pictures, iba-iba rin yung kanilang effect. So, yan yung sinasabi ko na although may consistency in some areas, pero hindi consistent sa lahat. So, here's another sample. So, kung tutusin, from a branding element, medyo yung iba rin yung pagkaka-convey dito. So, ito naman, communicating yung Data Privacy Act. So, yun yung maganda sa Canva, no? Especially once you start playing with the templates, ang dami mong magagamit. Pero yun na nga, kapag may branding ka na ino-observe, yun, mas magiging conscious ka na anong font to, anong size niyan, ano yung logo na dapat nakalagay lagi dyan. Kasi kung hindi, parang baka masisira yung, although mukha siyang okay, pero technically, hindi swak dun sa branding na ginawa ko. This is another one, yung business card. So when I was playing around with my business card na nagmamadali ako for one event, yung, yung daughter ko hindi gusto yung style na yan eh. So naglagay lang ako ng, nagpapagawa kasi ako before ng mga logos, yan, e-commerce advocate, digital influencer. When I decided to become a Fascinate certified advisor, yan siya. Ito yung parang um, anthem ko sa Fascinate. At my highest value, I deliver independent insights. Kaya in-circle ko siya. Pero yung font, hindi ako naging ganun ka-consistent sa font kasi parang yung Montserrat, maganda siyang gamitin for the business card. And then yung likod, ito yung nilagay ko. Remember, I mentioned earlier, nung nilaunch ko yung course, ginamit ko yung color of the year noong 2016. So, dalawa yung version ko ng card. Merong pink at saka merong blue. So, ito yung blue version, the Serenity Blue version. Tapos merong isa yung Rose Quartz na version. Nung nag-try naman akong gumawa ng flyer, no frills na flyer. Parang nilagay ko lang yung image, tapos parang may certain format na lang ako, tapos puro pinapalitan ko na lang yung mga graphics. So this is actually a 4-page fly, bali dalawa, back to back sila. No? So parang nag-create lang ako. Pero just to show you some of the things that you can do with Canva. So let's try to do some of the exercises. So let's start with the building a brand kit exercise. I'm gonna share the link to you. However, you need to be logged on to Canva to be able to do this exercise. So ang sabi dito, we have to choose 4 colors for your brand and write in the hex code. Okay? So yan yung parang pinaka first na exercise. Actually, kapag pumunta ka kay Canva, one of the things na makikita mo ngayon, meron nakalagay dito na your brand. So at some point, pinag-isipan ko talaga kung ano yung gusto kong gamitin for the brand, no? So parang ito yung mga naisip kong colors. But if I'm gonna be playful with it, then pwede ko sabihin na, siguro, maybe I wanna use the color of the year. And I want to integrate that with my colors. So, sorry. So, halimbawa, 1838. So, itatype ko si 1838. Although, pwede mo i-google yan para mapuntahan mo yung pinaka page niya. So, 1838. So, pwede akong mag-decide na yan ang gusto kong gamiting hex code. So, pupunta tayo dun sa exercise. So, sabihin ko, palitan natin siya. Yan siya, no? So, ang code niya, yan. So, dapat tandaan ko siya. Ngayon, kung gusto kong ma-affect yung aking brand, then pwedeng ito, tanggalin ko, and then mag-a-add ako ngayon ng bagong color. Yan na siya. Para masabi kong gagamitin ko na siya as part of my branding. Now, kung gusto kong gumamit ng ibang colors, so balik tayo ulit dun sa mga color of the year. So again, depende sa preference. So big deal sa akin tong mga 2016 colors kasi talagang nagamit ko siya, no? So si 13, 15, 20 at saka si 15, 39, 19. Although dapat dapat at least 4 eh. So baka ang gagawin ko itong 4 na to, no? So anyway, nakita niyo yung exercise na ginawa natin. So tingnan natin si 13, 15, 20. Puntahan natin siya. 13, 15, 20. Ala, may naghahanap nga sa kanya. Ayun, si Rose Quartz. Yan na siya. So ito yung kanyang value. So kung gusto ko talaga siyang gamitin, then ilalagay ko rin siya dun sa graphics kanina. So let's say gusto ko siyang gamitin. Um, Kaya ako siya nilagay, no? Kasi di ba pag sa atin naman, we don't know kung ano yung mga colors eh. Para basta alam lang natin kung ano yung mga colors na tinuro sa atin. So, kung yung Pantone, for me, very helpful siya kasi it allowed me to appreciate colors more. And kung naniniwala ka dun sa mga, you align kung ano yung mga popular o ano yung popular of the day, pwede. Kaya nga kung tutusin, kung gusto kong mag-venture into mga merchandising na related businesses in the future, I'm sure I'm gonna be heavily influenced kung ano yung mga colors na sinasuggest ni Pantone, no? So, tingnan pa natin yung ibang colors. Si 15, 39, 19. 15, 39, 19. Okay? Mukhang may mga syntax siyang iba, kaya nag-error. So, ito na yung last one. Yan na siya. Although exercise lang to, no? Pero kaya yung colors, mahirap pang mag-decide eh. Kasi di ba, parang minsan depende sa situation. Kaya medyo mas playful pa ako pagdating dyan. Now, choose a suitable title font for the design below. Crafted by hand. So, pwedeng strong, simple, elegant, classic. No? So, kung gusto natin yung elegant, ang ginamit niya rito ay si Grand, ano yan? Grand Vibe. So pwede mo siyang palitan kung ano yung gusto mo. Ayan, Grand Vibes, crafted by hand. Okay? And then ito naman, choose a readable subtitle font and body font to suit your brand. So, i-change daw natin yung body text. So, ito, naka Volcorn. Ito naman, naka-vampire. Okay, medyo weird yun ah. So, naka-Volcorn siya. So, hanap tayo ng mas suitable. Pwede kayang si Prata. Parang pwede si Prata. No? And then, to ensure that your logo can be recognized when small, decide on its minimum size. Place the butterfly logo at the bottom of the rectangle and reduce it to the minimum size. So, I think okay yon kasi ibig sabihin kung meron kang graphics, pag meron kang scaling issue, pwede kang magbigay ng guidelines kung hanggang saan lang siya pwedeng i-scale. No? Para hindi naman, kasi may mga logos na pag niliitan mo na, di mo na maintindihan yung itsura. Resize the tagline to ensure it's readable with plenty of white space. Ayan. And then, siguro mas paliitin pa natin siya. Okay. Then, white space. Pag sinabing white space, yan yung nakikita mong space around you. So, don't interpret it as white in color. Alright? So, yan yung tutorial for this one. And then there's another one, yung for consistent branding. So, we can also try that out. This is the link for you to try out this exercise. Yung tungkol sa tanong ni Clifford kung ma-upload din ba ito sa YouTube. Yes, Clifford, ma-upload din siya. Okay? Mamaya i-share ko yung YouTube video link nung first. No? So, consistent branding. So, ito naman. Maganda tong exercise na to. So, choose your font combination the same across your design. So, gagamit daw tayo ng combination. So, kagaya nito, napansin nyo, medyo iba-iba kasi siya. So, ang sinasabi niya, dapat consistent. So, railway heavy, yung first niya. Tapos ito, yellowtail. Tapos ito, railway heavy. Yung pangalawa niya, hindi na, sniglet na siya. So, sabihin natin, dapat yellowtail ka. And then, ganun din itong isa, railway heavy. Tama, di ba? Ba't ganun? Di ba? Railway lang pala. Okay, mali. Railway. And then, yellowtail yung isa. Okay, so consistent na tayo. So, pag nagbibigay ka ng branding guide, pero I guess kapag nag-hire ka na talaga ng taong gagawa for your G said exercises are on view only. I think kaya siya on view lang, G, baka hindi ka naka-log on sa Canva. You need to be log on to Canva to be able to try them out. No? So, mag-log in ka lang and then matatry mo na yung exercises yourself. So, apply the color palette, change the color of the words to yellow and orange. So, yung yellow, titingnan natin kung ano yung ginamit niya for this one. So, ito siya. So, kukopihin natin siya. So, kung yellow and orange, let's say yung first line, gagawin natin siyang yellow. Hindi natin siya ma-edit. Try ko Bakit kaya? Na-edit ba natin siya? Okay. Yung orange nga, sino to? Okay, parang yun na yata yun. Para alam ko na kung sino siya. So, let's say ito yan. Ayun. Medyo siguro may konting lag lang tayo. Okay? And then, use a consistent composition for your graphics. So, sabi dito, i-arrange daw natin yung composition para ma-mirror yung design to the left. So, for alignment. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung gagawin, kailangan consistent sila lagi. So, pwede may ino-observe din siyang specific na line height, no? Tapos ito, nilagay niya rito. So, kailangan natin siyang i-rotate. Ayan. Maintain ba natin? Okay. And then the fourth one, apply a unique filter to your branded images. So, photo filter daw natin ay drama at yung tint gawin nating 90. So, punta tayo sa filter. At ang piliin natin ay si drama. Tapos yung tint, gawin daw natin siyang plus 90. Yan. Kaya itong filter code na to, pwede mo itong i-copy para in the future, kahit na anong gawin mong photos, pwedeng susunod siya roon. Alright? So, may nagtanong kung gumagamit ba ako ng premium account. No, hindi ako gumagamit ng premium account. Um, Naka-regular account lang ako. I'm not so sure kung bakit view lang siya. Pero G, meron dyan eh, yung start the exercise, start the workshop na button. Supposedly makakakita ka ng ganon para ma-edit mo siya. No? And then, keep, siguro G ang gawin ko, bigay ko sa yung handout link para hindi, para, eto, yung lecture notes, G, kung hindi nyo na-access yung exercise, you can use the lecture notes here. Tapos, i-click nyo yung mga exercises. Pero yung tutorial ng design na presentation, hindi nag-work. So, I'm gonna give you the link to that. So, keep the placement of your logo elements consistent. So, shrink the butterfly logo and move it to the top right corner. So, shrink natin siya. Natin siya doon. So, kung ano yung size niya, pwede natin, ideally, you wanna be consistent with that. Okay? So, na-complete natin yung tutorial. Now, next one, subukan natin itong design na presentation. So, if you want to use itong exercise na design na presentation, that's the link. So, search for banners and drag one below. Change the text to say, hello world. So, click tayo ng banners. So, pili ka. So, I think ang idea rito is, pwede kang gumamit ng consistent na banners. Kung ano yung banners na gusto mong gamitin. So, let's say ito yung banner natin. And of course, being consistent is not just about, yan. So, hello world. So, palitan natin yung size dahil medyo malaki. And then, palitan natin yung font. So, let's say, nag-decide tayo na ang font ko na ay si Ubuntu, kagaya ng nakwento ko kanina. Ubuntu. Okay. And then, nag-decide na rin ako na iba na yung colors ko. So, pwede ko ipalitan yung colors ko. So, yan. Let's say, kung meron akong color palette na ino-observe, pwede nyo nang gagamitin ko ng color palette. Okay. So, for the sake of ano lang yan, illustration. No? And then, search frames and drag a frame into both pages. So, ang idea niya dito is para kahit na anong presentation deck ang ginagamit mo, mag-decide ka ng frame and then pwedeng consistent ka all throughout the presentation deck na ginagawa mo, yun ang frame na gagamitin mo. So, search tayo ng frames. Although maganda yung frame na ginamit niya. So, let's say, gusto natin na frame na funky. Talagang yung term funky. Ayan. Nakalagay siya dyan. Tapos gusto natin medyo may character. Okay. So, copy. Ay, mali. Ba't ko pinapi na gano'n? So, copy. So, ilagay natin dito. Pero pagdating dito, siguro, tilt naman natin siya pag ganyan. Okay? Kasi syempre, dapat naayon sa sitwasyon. So, kapag naglagay tayo ng image, so let's say maglagay tayo ng isang image dyan, sino ba ang pwede natin, ano ba yung pwede natin ilagay? Halimbawa ito, si Pikachu. Ano yung tsura niya? Okay. Tapos, Sino pa yung gusto natin ilagay? Let's say ito. Okay. So, pwede ka mag-decide. You can also have a strong cover design and match it with simpler content design. So, sabi dito, adjust this cover design to work as a content slide. I-move daw natin yung title up and then expand the dark box ready for content. So, move natin siya up. Tapos siguro, dahil title slide na to, okay. Mukhang hindi to yung title. Ang title, yung Life Through My Sense. Tatanggalin na natin to. Siya ang ilalagay natin dyan. Expand natin si dark box. Ready for content. Yan. Okay? And do the next page. Add a banner, add a background, add a grid, and resize it. Okay. Sige. Dami niya pinapagawa ah. O sige, add daw tayo ng banner. So balik tayo dun sa banner natin kanina. Add tayo ng banner. Okay. Add a banner. Ano ba magandang banner dyan? Sige. Add a banner. Add a background. And add a grid. Add tayo ng grid, yung napili natin kanina na parang example natin na gagamitin. Okay, add tayo ng grid. Sino ang magandang grid? Add a grid. And then sabi niya, duplicate the page times 2. So ayusin muna natin yung color natin dito. Ang challenge ko, parang hindi na i-edit yung kulay ng banner natin. So, pili tayo ng ibang banner. Yun na i-edit yung color. Add a banner. And then, yung text, modify natin. So, pinili ko na kanina Ubuntu. And then, gumamit tayo ng frame. So, parang ganito siya. So, sabi niya, gawin daw natin to, duplicate the page times 2. So, para mag-duplicate ng page, supposedly, dapat merong duplicate na icon dito. Pero mukhang hindi natin siya makita. Pero normally, pag gumagawa ka ng Canva, meron kang makikitang images dito na parang copy that will allow you to duplicate. No? Pero mukhang hindi siya available sa atin right now. Alright? So, tutorial complete tayo dyan. Okay, so some other guides, dahil medyo kukulangin na tayo sa time, lumagpas na tayo sa time allotted sa atin, you can also check itong write-up ni Canva, yung how to build a brand. So it's a free course that they're offering online. Sabi nga nila, as I indicated earlier, your brand is in your logo. So meron siyang mga 7 lessons dito that you can use. So may mga examples siya ng mga creative covers that could inspire you. Meron din siyang mga creative Twitter covers. Pero ang suggestion ko, kung ano yung cover mo sa isang platform, consistent na siya sa iba't ibang platform. Kung ang habol natin ay consistency. And then, this one I really like kasi nagbigay siya ng mga suggestions kung paano gumawa ng content. And then, yan, may mga guide din siya for eye-catching photographs, paggawa ng quotes, strong call to action. So, lahat siya nandyan sa link na binigay ko. So, I would suggest playing around with it so that you can be, part na rin yan nung pag-aaral natin kung paano pa natin mai improve yung ating branding at kumuha tayo ng inspiration based doon sa mga sinishare sa atin dito. No? And then, meron din siyang, ayan, yung kapag gagawa ka na ng applications, like gagawa ka ng business card, meron siyang mga samples, no? Yan, no? Pwede kang gumamit ng template, no? Para kung gusto mong gamitin yung template na yan sa Canva. So, meron siyang mga templates na ready to edit. So, kung gusto mo siyang gamitin para sa ginagawa nyo. No? So, pwede kayong gumamit ng template, tapos palitan nyo na lang yung mga laman. Parang at least nagkaroon kayo ng parang input, tapos start nyo nang i-apply yung mga templates na yung mga bagay na pag-decidean nyo na, like what font to use, what color to use, diba? Para ma-customize nyo na yung experience to yourself. Ganun na rin yung mga filters na gusto nyo gamitin sa mga pictures nyo, no? Para consistent siya sa lahat ng ginagawa nyo. So kung gagawa kayo ng brand application, yan, yung letterhead, business card, presentation, flyers. So you just want to be consistent about it. So medyo matagal siyang exercise, pero I think if you're really decisive in having something consistent, then at least I think it's worthwhile working on it. All right? Yan, meron din siya mga imagery na pwedeng yung gamitin. May mga input siya on how to go about it. Meron din siyang, yan, memorable brand color palette. Yung discussion ng color theory. So, yan, may mga ganyan siya. Okay? So, may mga suggestion siya on how to play with it until mag-work ka. Ano yung mag-work para sa'yo. And of course, yung colors, kung ano man yung mapag-decidean nyo, tandaan nyo, huwag nga naman sigurong cast in stone until mapili nyo talaga kung ano yung ultimately mag-represent sa inyo. No? So yan, ito naman yung para sa mga fonts. Meron din siya yung paano paggawa ng logo. Okay? Although yung paggawa ng logo, medyo that is much more complicated. Hindi siya yung parang basta-basta gagamit ka lang ng template. Pero marami naman mga logos na text sila to begin with, di ba? Text logos. I guess you can start with that until you want to further work on your logo kung ano pa yung gusto nyo idagdag na element sa kanya. The shapes, among other things. Okay? And then ito naman, yan, defining your brand, company vision and unique value. So, ano yung brand personality mo. Although sa akin kasi mas ginagamit ko yung sa Fascinate. So you can use brandfascination.com or you can use this one instead. So whichever will work best for you. All right? So thank you very much for joining this session. I hope naging fruitful yung discussion natin. And for the micro and small medium enterprise entrepreneurs na first time na gumagamit pa lang ng Canva. Of course, we designed this webinar for you kasi alam ko naman na yung mga MSMEs natin, lalo na sa probinsya, talagang do the best that you can with the limited resources that you have. So sana na kahit paano nakatulong tong discussion natin at pati na rin yung mga references that we shared here. And we look forward to your mga post collaterals, works na gusto nyo i-share online. And of course, you can send me a private message if you want to share them to me. And I'll be more than happy to give you feedback or suggestions. Okay? So if there are questions, you can type your questions now. If none, then I guess we'll catch up again tomorrow for our next session where we'll talk about developing your social media graphics, and we're going to play around with Crello as well for tomorrow. Okay? So thank you very much for joining this webinar session.